Добрый день, дорогие друзья! Торпедо-ТВ снова приветствует вас из культурно-развлекательного комплекса «Нагорный». Культурно-развлекательного комплекса «Нагорный», который горит желанием поскорее принять хоккейные матчи, поскорее принять болельщиков на трибунах. К сожалению, межсезонье вносит иногда коррективы в наши планы. Контрольная игра с московским «Динамо», которая должна была состояться 30 числа, отменена. Динамовцы приняли решение о досрочном завершении своих сборов, так же, как и ранее. Подобное решение принял столичный ЦСКА в отношении матча 3 августа. Но мы не расстаемся с нашими болельщиками, продолжаем знакомить их с нашими хоккеистами. Не так давно вы видели, как Брэди Остин приехал сюда, продемонстрировал отличные знания русского языка, познакомился с ареной, процитировал Ивана Грозного с его лепотой. Ну а сегодня другим гостем нашей студии станет Jordan Szwarz, хоккеист, который также недавно достиг соглашения о том, что его карьера продолжится в нашей команде. Ну и Джордана мы очень скоро увидим уже в Нижегородском льду. Ну а пока увидим его в нашем эфире посредством нашей традиционной онлайн-зум-конференции. Передаем ему слово. Jordan, first of all, glad to see you in our team. How did you decide to connect your career with Nizhny Novgorod?
It was definitely a tough decision, but with everything going on right now, we decided it was best to take my hockey career overseas. I've been in contact with a good friend of mine, Andy Mealy, a lot, who played there, and I reached out to him, and when I heard there was interest, we got in touch, and he had a lot of good things to say about it. So, I'm excited for the experience, and it should be fun.
You have signed a contract almost 1 week ago. So did you already get some knowledge about Russia, about Nizhny Novgorod, about your new team?
Not a whole lot. Like I said, I talked with Andy quite a bit, got the laydown of the city. And from what I've heard, it's a very nice city, good restaurants, bars, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like over there.
By the way, about the restaurants, Andy Mealy, before coming into Russia, told that he wanted most of all try Russian borscht. Did you already heard something about Russian kitchen?
I kind of heard about it, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely open to trying that.
30 degrees under the zero in the winter, 9 hours flights between the cities. Didn't it make some afraid for you before signing?
Not really. I mean, I've traveled a lot. I've been on long flights before, so 9 hours isn't too bad. And the weather-wise, I'm up in Canada, so we got cold winters here, so I'm used to that too.
How you spent that days before the start of the training camp with Torpedo? I know that you're practicing every morning on the ice and so on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting into a good training routine here. I'm back on the ice here, skating, 2 or 3 times a week, and in the gym every day. And I know training camps can be pretty tough over there, but I'm looking forward to it and looking forward to going over and meeting some of the guys and getting familiar with them before we get into some game action.
You have played a few seasons for different NHL teams and with different really stars players, for example, Zdeno Chara, Rick Nash and others. Who can you name as the biggest player with whom you worked with, played with, the best star and the best professional?
Yeah, I spent some time with the Boston Bruins, and they had some awesome guys on that team, and it was a real treat to share the ice with them. Like you said, Zdeno Chara, David Pastrnak, Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron. It was awesome being able to share the ice with those guys and really learned a lot from them and the way they compete every day.
We know you not only as a player who can score goals and making assists, you also take part in more than 30 fights during your career. Strikers and fighting talents, how can you compare them? You not look as a tough guy.
Well, I mean, I don't think I'm, a fighter by any means, but, if it comes down to it and I have to do that, it's something I will do. I mean, I know it's right here, it's not a big part of the game over there, but I'm definitely more of a, two-way centerman. I can play in the offensive zone, and I like, being a responsible, reliable defensive forward as well.
You were born in Burlington City, which is famous for Jim Carrey and Ryan Gosling. What else can you say about your city and your childhood there?
So it's like a mid-sized city. You know, I was born and raised here, lived here my whole life. It's a great city, great for families, a lot of good restaurants here. And, you know, this is where I grew up, and this is probably where I'll settle down once I'm older as well.
As far as we already said, you have played in different NHL teams. Can you name, for example, your favorite games, your best game in NHL, and your favorite goals?
You know, definitely the most memorable game was probably my first NHL game when I got called up to play for the Phoenix Coyotes. It was a long flight from Portland to Phoenix, and I had to play the next day, and it was against the Los Angeles Kings, and that's definitely probably the biggest game of my career and the most memorable. You know, I had my family fly down for my first game, so it was awesome to have everyone there.
What else should we know about you as a person? What do you prefer to do? What do you like doing outside of the Ice Palace?
You know, outside of the hockey rink, I definitely, you know, call myself an outdoorsy kind of guy. I like spending time on the golf course a lot. That's probably my main hobby in the summertime, and, you know, going up to cottages, doing some fishing and just stuff like that. So definitely a outdoorsy type of guy.
It's your first communication with our fans using our social network. So what words can you say to them using that?
Just, you know, I've heard a lot about the fan base there, and, you know, I know it's unclear if there's going to be fans in the buildings this year, but I've heard a lot of great things about the fan base there. I heard it's a awesome hockey rink to play in, and, you know, if we do have fans there, I'm really looking forward to seeing what the atmosphere is like inside the rink.
So glad to see you and waiting for your coming in Nizhny Novgorod and wishing you great games in our team. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys. I'm really looking forward to the opportunity and the experience, and looking forward to meeting everyone over there.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Дорогие друзья, Джордан Szwarz был нашим гостем сегодня. Добро пожаловать в команду Джордан. Желаем ему отлично проявить и вписать свое имя результативными буквами и цифрами в историю нашего хоккейного клуба, который продолжает готовиться к новому сезону континентальной хоккейной лиги. Начнется все совсем скоро. Следите за нашими новостями. Все будет интереснее и интереснее с каждым днем. И очень ждем того момента, когда снова увидимся на трибунах, друзья.